Hi there! Welcome to Apple World. I've requested to see the appointed authority 1 week from now in regards to this conservatorship issue. For what reason did Amanda Bynes quit representing Great? For what reason is Hollywood actually attempting to boycott her? And how do the Stars folks feel about her needing to, at long last, end her long-term conservatorship? Stay tuned for all the tea on the grievous retirement. As we as a whole know, Amanda Bynes is a definitive youthful Hollywood star who was most popular for her work in TV and film in her mid-teens tough situations. Played Holly Tyler in the WB sitcom What I Like About You and made her film debut in the parody Gigantic Liar. And on the off chance that you haven't known about those movies, what might be said about She's the Man Hairspray, and the satire show Simple As Sounds pretty famous, right? Obviously Hollywood feels weak at the knees over obliterating young ladies. And that is fans' thought process happened to Amanda, so we should return you to where everything started. However, Amanda Bynes was residing the fan. Tacy quite a long time ago, she became baffled with Hollywood for not giving her the ideal jobs that she needed when she was attempting to progress to additional grown-up work. From her adolescent romantic comedy days, obviously, she was tired of getting pigeonholed as the strict blonde young lady. While her other Hollywood companions got edgier work, she told Cosmopolitan in 2008, "I'd very much want to accomplish something that would stun individuals, something that is against type. I feel like individuals don't have the foggiest idea yet what I can truly do." This was no mysterious chief who was available for one of Amanda's past gatherings with an organization told the Hollywood Journalist everyone had her as a toady. She was unable to break out of that sort. Her dissatisfaction was, "I might play." Had this impact, "I might play," had that influence, "I'm not getting the Lindsay Lohan jobs," so Amanda reported her retirement from acting at 24 years old in 2010, tweeting, "Being an entertainer isn't so fun. As it might appear, I realize 24 is a youthful age to resign. I've never composed the films and television programs I've been a piece of. I've just behaved like the characters the makers, or on the other hand, chiefs believed me should play. Clearly Hollywood was at fault for this, and we can't resist the urge to inquire as to why Amanda wasn't offered the chance to fan out as a youthful entertainer, the Hollywood way of life, so there were significantly more factors that prompted Amanda at long last to sing to remove Hollywood industry insiders. Let the Hollywood columnist know that there was no genuine change for her. She was left to battle for herself as a developing star. Previous youngster star Allison Arngrim wrote in an exposition for The Hollywood Correspondent that frequently the stars group is the explanation for their disappointment and their victories. And we can't resist the urge to concur. Plants didn't have the best individuals around her, and soon enough she was drinking and taking unlawful substances. Ties were called. I started spending time with the seedier group, and I detached a ton. I got truly into my substance use, and it turned into a truly dim, miserable world for me. Everything began when Bynes was captured for hitting a cop's vehicle in the spring of 2012. Numerous news sources detailed that she'd been driving impaired at that point, and it just deteriorated from that point. Later, Bynes was found driving without a permit on various events and was associated with 2 other quick in-and-out mishaps. In May 2013, she was captured for partaking in Mary Jane in the hall of her high-rise and purportedly dropping a bong through the window, and a couple of months after the fact, Amanda Bynes was in some hot water as she purportedly set a fire in a private car in Thousand Oaks, California. That was the straw that broke the camel's back for her folks, and she entered a mental office for assessment after the occasion, and her folks were conceded transitory guardianship over her. This multitude of occurrences appeared stunning to fans who generally saw Ties as the sweet and honest Nickelodeon star. Yet, here's where it gets strange. When Amanda Bynes was at her least, she had the organization of director Sam Lutfy, a similar man whom Brittany Lance's folks blamed or taking advantage of the vocalist during her own breakdown in 2007. The Day-to-Day Mail revealed that Bynes griped that Lutfy really got her into a mental hold at her folks' demand, despite the fact that he empowered her to do that stuff. In any case, after Bynes' folks got a conservatorship over the entertainer, they dropped left like a hot potato, a source told Radar Online. It ended up being plain to see that Sam was utilizing Amanda to acquire some sort of authenticity with the media as a Hollywood power player, the last individual Amanda needs in her day-to-day existence. Is that person correct? We witnessed exactly the same thing to Brittany, yet, as per Amanda, she'd been taking these substances since she was disappointed with Hollywood for not treating her in a serious way. As Nike Quick detailed, she was distraught that she proved unable completely change From the honest jobs of youth into being treated in a serious way as an entertainer, the entertainer imparted to paper that the tensions of being in Hollywood obliterated her. She'd been partaking in married. And since she was 16 years of age and had put in more effort substances a little later, it was the point at which she attempted Adderall. She let the magazine know that her life started to gain out of influence when I was doing Lobby Pass. I was in the trailer, and I used to bite the Adderall tablets. I bit on a lot of them, and in a real sense, being thoughtless and not having the option to zero in on my lines or remember them. Besides, I committed a lot of errors. However, I wasn't terminated. I left it wet. As most certainly totally amateurish of me to stroll off and leave them abandoned when they'd burned through such a lot of cash on a set and team and camera gear and everything except being under a conservatorship is no little thing, and we can't resist the urge to feel like it perhaps wasn't the most ideal answer for Amanda at the time, as she was subsequently determined to have bipolar confusion, the media beasts. Okay, so Amanda admitted that when she was shooting Lobby Pass in mid-2010, she strolled off set and just couldn't do it any longer. A source let the Hollywood Journalist know that she uncovered that she'd been going through an extreme separation, supposedly from rapper Kid Cudi. The insider guaranteed that Bynes' way of behaving was unusual and appeared suddenly, yet nobody attempted to help her or even asked her how she was doing. In the meantime, a source let the everyday monster know that ties appeared to be neurotic and sporadic, and the Chiefs even purportedly shot her carrying on them. I'll use as verification on the off chance that her group attempted to sue over her exit during the level of Amanda Bynes' breakdown. The media didn't make it simpler for her either. A large part of the inclusion was obscure, ridiculing, and tremendously brutal, and she was frequently alluded to as insane. Sound natural? Better believe it. We heard exactly the same things with Britney too. Her genuine activities were obviously those of somebody who wasn't well, and Cella Buzz detailed she secured herself in a cupcake shop restroom for such a long time that staff and supporters needed to monitor her for dread that she might have been oblivious. TMZ revealed that she spent very nearly 2 hours in a changing area and made banging commotions occasionally, and individuals detailed she took steps to kill her own guardians. Notwithstanding vast reports on Ty's conduct, she was additionally shot frequently by really forceful paparazzi. One picture taker told Drifter that he made as much as $85.01 elite photographs, and there's a video film of some paparazzi, in some cases even actually contacting her, which is in a real sense sickening here. No, come towards me. No, come towards me. No work for me at the time. Fans just really wanted to feel frustrated about Amanda. One composed individual needs to let that unfortunate young lady be. Where's the sympathy for somebody who's plainly battling for her life? One more fan brought up paying attention to the debilitated distress in her voice when she says, "I really want to look delightful." And it's a terrible shot. It's simply so miserable how much accentuation society and Hollywood put on looking great. They are part of the way to blame. Amanda admitted to Paper magazine that in spite of being a lovely prodigy of Hollywood before her breakdown, she was unimaginably shaky about her appearance, particularly in the wake of recording 2006. She's the man. When the film came out and I saw it, I went into a profound sorrow for 4.5 years since I could have done without how I looked when I was a kid, she said, adding that seeing herself with short hair and sideburns was a very peculiar and unexplainable experience. She added, "It super put me into a funk." Obviously, nobody in Hollywood was there to assist her with exploring this cycle. Truth be told, they didn't actually appear to mind. And it wasn't simply seeing herself made up as a kid that irritated her. The tensions to be slender and ideal in Hollywood impacted her too when she acted in different jobs, including 2011's Lobby Pass. She conceded that she saw my picture on the screen and in a real sense freaking out and thinking my arm looked so fat since it was in the closer view whatever, and I surged offset and thinking, good gracious, I look so terrible. Expectation not too far off. So what's going on with Amanda now? Well, in 2022, she documented to end her conservatorship later.